It began like this: the swift strike of a match, the hiss, the spark, the swaying flame in a clay lamp, the wonder in knowing your small hands could wield light. One wasn't enough. You watched your mother revive the forgotten nooks of the house with rows of glinting diva. Everything you knew was alive, lustrous and dazzling, dappled and glittering, light in doorways and light under stairs, light by windows, aglow everywhere. The colours came out, powdered pink, saffron and blue. You crouched in the garden, sprinkling inside rangoli lines, a picture of petals blooming on the ground. Your grandmother arrived, worktops bare and braced for cardamom, sugar and ghee. Her nimble hands dropped pleated half moons into bubbling oil. You waited with glee for the kugra to cool. Later, you were bundled into a fat red coat with mittens to match. You gripped your mother's hand, skipped onto the road where rules didn't apply. No cars in sight, no looking left and right, and thousands of strangers who always smiled back. The countdown began, and 3, 2, 1, rapture and applause as the tinsel lights above blinked on, then tooting, hollering the beat of tolls, and manjira chiming to chants of Hare Krishna as you waded through the crowd. Shop windows called out, sandalwood idols of Ram and Lakshmi, towering stacks of chocolate burfi, mannequins basking in Banarasi silk, and thick gold bangles dangling on stands. You jostled into the tree-lined park, huddled against the cold. Your father lifted you onto his shoulder so you could find the best piece of sky. Rockets whistled in the dark, burst in a shower of stars, and crackling copper ribbons flowered to oohs and ahs. Tangerine and violet flares darted about. Then suddenly silence, and the smell of a match just put out. On the way home, your head hung low. You dragged your feet and kicked up stones. The light was gone. Your father stooped down beside you, tilted up your chin. "The light hasn't gone," he said. "It's always inside you, but the light shines brightest when you choose to share it." That night you lay awake in bed, wondering what he meant. But by morning you knew exactly what to do. You wrapped 2 kugra in foil, then called over the fence to your neighbour. Mrs. Cole shuffled out in a fleece dressing gown. "Yes," she frowned. You rose up on your tiptoes, held out the shiny package. "Mrs. Cole," you beamed. "Would you like some light?"